Hi friends, welcome to Jenna Knits. My name is Jenna and I like knitting. Now, I just attempted to go live again. It said I was live for 30 minutes and alas, I was not. So I guess that's still broken. So I apologize for the quality of this video, but while I'm here, I figured the computer is open. I'm already knitting. Let's just pop in, talk to you guys, say hello, all that good stuff. I was talking quite a bit, so I've got a lot of topics to touch on. Woo! Did I just lose a stitch? No, I didn't. I haven't been on here as much because I have been manically knitting. I'm gonna say like a manic state because it's not. Because I'm not finishing anything. I'm just starting a lot of things. Too many things have been started. I have 10 whips on the needles right now, to the point where I don't even know where most of them are. All of my needles are missing. Like I don't even know what's happening anymore. And so I have been doing a little thing on TikTok. This is gonna be such a casual video. But I've been doing this thing on TikTok to hold myself accountable for the last 2 weeks, okay? And the scarf that I have shown you in every video since like January finally got done because every single day I committed myself to finishing this project, okay? Because I'm just so stressed out in just life that I am getting like a weird adrenaline rush from constantly just casting on. So I decided I need to stop doing that because it's creating too much additional stress because there's just whips everywhere. And so last week I finished my Universal Yarn ColourPop Springtime scarf. It was a 2x2 scarf and it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I'll post a thingy. It turned out so pretty, so pretty. Very soft, very squishy, very fluffy, all the good things. And it felt so good to get it off of my needles because it's literally been on my needles since January, guys. That yarn was supposed to originally be used for a blanket for a wedding that's next week. I'm no longer going to that wedding, so I'm just not making them anything. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. But I'd originally used that yarn for a different project, and then I got mad at that project. And so once I get mad at a project, that yarn can never again touch that pattern. Is that harsh? I don't know. But that's just, I try it too many times, and if it doesn't work after X amount of times, then it just can never do it again. But the reason why that blanket didn't work out is because my kids don't sleep at night. And like at all, I've got 2 really rough sleepers in my house. And so every time they woke up, if I'm working on a complex pattern, it always gets messed up because somebody wakes up, I have to set it down, and then I come back and I'm like, And it doesn't matter if it's like a 30-second pop in a binky situation, still putting it down and picking it back up. So many thoughts go through my mind as I'm leaving the room and coming back. Or sometimes I leave the room and I end up having a child with me, so it gets set down for like 2 days and then it's just all messed up. So that was a weird tangent, but the scarf is done. The project I'm currently working on is one my mom bought me, and because I was not prepared to film a video, I don't have the tag for this yarn, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It has this like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it has like this, it just looks blue. Okay, it just looks blue. I'll have to post, I'll show you over there in a better quality situation of how gorgeous this yarn is. But I'm pairing it with Knitting for Olive's mohair in like their, what is it, Rainy Day, whatever their like lighter gray mohair is, just to give it this little sheen. And it's giving the like this like unicorn sheen to it because you can't see it, but mingled in with the blue yarn, there's like little strips of pink and like very light little unicorn-y twang to it. And so I thought pairing it with the almost silver. I mean, it's this one. Pairing it with that's giving it that like extra sheen, but this is the Thundercloud crop top poncho? Question mark. It's a really long title for this pattern. I think it's the Thundercloud crop top poncho from Bromfield's Knitting. This is a paid pattern. My mom bought it for me because she thought it was so cute, but it is a crop top, but I'm not knitting it as a crop top. And it is a textured shirt, but I'm not knitting it with that texture. So I have one panel done already. This is the one panel, just ribbing on the top, ribbing on the bottom, stockinette throughout the thing. They're knit flat, obviously, because since there's panels, but the way that it originally works in the pattern is it looks like there's like a strip of just knit stitches and then like a thin strip of pearls potentially, and then knits and then pearls. I personally, my shirt looks textured, but it's not. I don't like really textured sweaters on me, especially ones that are supposed to be crop toppy or a little bit more cropped. I feel like it gives more of a frump look on me. So I just decided I'm just stitching this baby up to make it look a little bit cleaner. I'm making it a little bit longer so that I can wear it to work. And yeah, I think it's going to be really, really nice. I'm hoping it's not looking good, but as staying true to my brand, I could end up playing yarn chicken with this one, which is a bummer because it's not going to be by much. Like I have this much left. So if I do need more yarn, that means tomorrow I have to go all the way to Savannah and just to get one hank for probably just the ribbing, like 6 rows. And then I'll have all this yarn left over. But then I could use it for Livy like I originally wanted to. So I guess that would work out. But I don't know. I just chronically playing yarn chicken, guys. And this one wasn't even intentional. I genuinely thought I was going to have enough. So I'm hoping that I do. But I had been, I'm so like bummed about that live. I was so excited when it let me go live because it hasn't even shown that I am live since like February or something is the last knit and chat I was able to do. So I was like, oh my God, I'm live. And then I submitted it to be posted and it's all black, just like it was before when I was trying to go live. It's just all black. Like the video does not exist, which is just such a bummer. Such a bummer. I don't know, like I hate that I can't go live with you guys. So I guess I'll just have to do them when I don't have the kids with me. I'll just have to pop on and do an informal type of video, like unedited video like this, because it makes me feel like I'm still doing it in chat, even though you guys can't talk back to me live. That makes me sad, but I don't know why. It's just broken. It just is. But I have been busy over here, guys. Like, so I'm selling the house, and me and the kids are moving in like less than 2 months. So if you want to move to South Carolina, hit me up. I have a house for sale. But we're moving soon, me and the kids, and so I'm just trying to get things squared away here. There's been like open houses and showings, all this stuff, and like trying to keep the house squared away with a 9-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. Talk about a friggin' challenge. So they are with their dad on the weekends for now, and then we'll do, you know, whatever. But so on the weekends is when I'm typically squaring away the house, and then I'm not allowed to be in the house for X amount of hours. And that's been every single weekend since the house got listed. And so I haven't really been able to just sit and relax in my house by myself, you know. And so today is the exception because it is the 4th of July. My realtor does not want to do an open house today. So I get to hang out on the couch and knit all day. And I'm not feeling, you know, particularly patriotic today. So that's my whole plan, is I'm going to sit here and knit all day. I'm going to bake some things. I want to make some soup. I want to just have a cozy autumn day in the middle of July in South Carolina. That is my plan. I'm making, I was going to make like a homemade French onion soup, but I think what I'll do instead is maybe make like I'm feeling like a coconut creamy, vegetable-y kind of soup. I don't know. But I'm going to make some bread. I bought, oh my gosh, how many pounds of peaches? It's peach season down here. So where I live is I'm kind of like on the border of South Carolina and Georgia. So peach season's like really big and they're very affordable. I think I bought like 15 pounds of peaches for $20 at the farmer's market. So I have like an insane amount of peaches right now. And my plan was to can them, but my brother has the canning pot. And even though he lives like straight through the woods, I'm not going to see him for this weekend. And so I'm just trying to down these peaches. But I'm going to be making a Nantucket pie. I don't know if you guys have ever had or heard of Nantucket pies, but they're so easy to make and you can use them with any fruit and they are absolutely delicious. And so usually I'll make those like a lot in berry season, like in the springtime, because they're so easy and Jack just tears them up. But I'm gonna do one with the stone fruit. I'll do some with some peaches, and I have some heavy whipping cream, so I can make some homemade whipped cream and have my own little like cozy something today. Just take a breath. You know, life has been really effing difficult lately. It's been rough. So today is a nice day to just take a breath and reset. And then tomorrow the chores can get done in the morning. And then hopefully tomorrow I will also just sit and reset. I think I said this in the last video. I'm back at work. I am a preschool teacher. And so we're in the middle of the summer camps. So the summer camps there's 3 weeks of camps straight and then 2-week break and then 3 weeks of camp. So right now, me and my son are in that nice 2-week break. So I'm getting to kind of enjoy the summertime with them, which is nice because I was scared that I was going to not have the 2-week break and not get to because I was a stay-at-home mom, going back to work is kind of culture shock. And then the periods of time where you're like, they don't have school, but I have to work, it's hard, especially with how little they are. There's only so many summers, before you don't have them anymore. And so it's like, I really wanted to be able to enjoy that. So we've been doing lots of pool, lots of beach, lots of family time, which is nice. House hunting, daydreaming. My son is just such a romantic and he just loves to daydream about what he wants our life to be, and I very much am trying my best to make that happen. But there's a lot of elements that need to happen first before those things can happen. And so I'm more so working on patience right now because obviously I want to give my kids everything, and I also want to give myself the life that I deserve, but I need patience. I need to understand that there's a lot of moving parts in my life at the moment, and patience is going to be the key thing for a while. But so that's why I'm just sitting here knitting. But the garden did amazing this season. I will not be planting anything else in the garden. I know Jack really wants to, but I won't be doing anything else. Tomorrow I'll be pulling up all of the things that are no longer thriving, and it's just going to be kind of clearing it out for whoever ends up moving into the house. I mean, I wouldn't want to move into somebody's, you know, plans, I guess. But, or having to explain like this is what they are and this is when you can pick them, and then it's like all my effort went to waste if they just rip it out, you know. Like I still have 40 onions in there in the dirt, so I'm hoping that, you know, hopefully they'll be done sooner than later. But I think I still have like a month left. I'll be picking the onions like the day I move probably, but that's okay because we're still going to be getting the benefits of all the hard work we put back there. But we were there for a period of, well, still I put in an Asian eggplant this year, and usually I do an Oswald eggplant and like a more of like an Italian. Well, Oswald's not an Italian eggplant. That's too much information. Anyways, I usually do a different eggplant in the garden, but this year I decided to do an Asian eggplant, and I only planted one bush, and I am picking probably, there's like 6 out there, but I'm picking like an eggplant every day, and it's been like that for over a month. It's a lot of eggplant. I've picked well over 50 shallots. All of the shallots came through. I planted 12 seed shallots, and each shallot gives you like 6 to 10 shallots. Like each seed gives you like a bundle. Kind of like garlic. You plant one garlic seed, you get a whole bunch. It's not garlic season, so there's no garlic out there, but we just picked all of the shallots, and it looks insane. They're currently curing so that I can clean them up tomorrow. They've been curing for about a week. And then we had 3 tomato bushes. I have probably 6-gallon Ziploc bags of tomatoes that I'm going to can before the move happens. I'll get all the sauces and stuff done. What else did we have out there? The cucumbers weren't that much of a success. They vined like crazy, but the weather just wasn't good for the variety that I did. We were getting like horrible downpours and then over 100 degrees and then downpours, and it just became, I don't know, too wild for them. But our peppers, I've only gotten 3 peppers off of there, which that doesn't make sense. We picked carrots. The garden was very much thriving in the spring and early summer. Now is more dwindling down, ready to start planting the next summer crop because we get such a long season. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone. Made the mistake when we cleared out the sweet potatoes last year. Well, I was super pregnant with Olivia, but when the sweet potatoes got harvested last year and cleared out, the vines got placed, you know, the vines are just an infestation, but they're beautiful. They got placed in all of the beds. I have like, 8 or 10 big beds back there. The vines got placed in the beds, just kind of spread out. Now, sweet potatoes are very invasive, and now I have sweet potatoes. They rooted in every single bed because my postpartum was rough, and so they rooted, and so now the beds that are empty, like the carrot bed is empty, you know, stuff like that. The corn bed is empty. There's sweet potato vines growing in all of these beds, and it is so frustrating. I'm just gonna leave them there, and whoever moves in, you're gonna have a friggin' bounty of sweet potatoes. And I'm jealous, and also they're gonna have no idea they're gonna go in the dirt. And honestly, if it was me, okay, say I was buying this house and there was just vines everywhere and I ripped them out, and then I went and dug in the dirt to plant something and I found like a gold mine of sweet potatoes in every single box, I would laugh hysterically. Like, I would think that's the most ridiculous thing in the world. I wouldn't be mad about it, but there's nothing that I can actually do about it. So I can pull up the vine, but it's already rooted. So just gonna let that one go. Sorry, guys. If future home buyers are, looking at this, sorry, guys. But you will have a bounty of sweet potatoes. You will never need to buy one ever again. But yeah, the garden did really well. So I'm gonna miss that. I did just look at, I'm gonna miss my garden a lot, and that's why I'm kind of like wanting to just go and buy another home for me and the kids. But you know, that takes time, and I'd have to sell this house before I could buy. And there's just a lot of, again, lots of moving elements. But I did just look at this one house that had, I felt like it was made for me. Like I was destined to walk into this home because, first of all, she had a wreath on the door that was clearly handmade. So I was like, you're a crafter. What kind of crafter are you? And I go in the garage and she has nothing but craft show bins. And then I look into her spare bedroom. She has a closet full of yarn and nothing but hooks and needles in there. I was like, wow, this woman, who are you? This is wonderful. And then I go into her backyard and she has a beautiful, fully mature, like more than 10-foot tall lime tree, peach tree, fig tree. And I was like, is this like, do I already live here? Is this already my home? Like, so I'm hoping that we can snag that house, because it was very cute. It had so much charm, it had so much light. The house I currently have, it faces the wrong way. So like we never get, there's no sunshine in here. There's never any sunshine in here. It's so dark. Even with all the lights on, it's still just like, it's just dark. So I'm looking for a house that's got some brightness to it, some sunshine, and, you know, some life. But this is what I'm doing today, guys. My rant is just about over. I don't know. I guess this is what I would have been talking about on my live anyway. But I'm just working on this, and then, yeah, it's not looking good. I'm gonna run out of yarn. I'm definitely gonna run out of yarn, but I've made a lot of progress, and I'll just run out of yarn, and then I will pick up another pending whip, and I will go to Savannah tomorrow to pick up more yarn. And then I'll just have a lot of yarn. I don't know. I just have I have too many thoughts. I feel like this video could go on forever. And I also haven't been able to share as much on here, which is why I was hoping to go live and actually talk to you all, but we'll just have to do it this way instead. But it's okay as long as I'm sharing. I did, before I go, I have some really exciting news for next time, because I did start my own small business. And I'm very, very excited about it, and I'm really thrilled to get it going. It's already like going, like it exists. It's a real life thing. Everything just got finalized literally today. And so next time I pop in here, I will show you all what I am doing, and you can see if it's something that you would like. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I think it has a lot of potential, and very niche, I think, too, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I know sometimes, like, if you go like too specific, it ends up backfiring, but I feel like this is so like cheeky that, you know, I don't know. I think it's going to be great. But all right, guys, I will go ahead and let you all go, because it's about to start pouring outside. The wind has picked up really bad, so before my internet goes out and I can't share with you all, I am gonna go. But thank you all so much for sitting with us, knit and chat. Let me know what you're working on, what's on your needles, how many whips do you have going, juggling all at once, and I will hopefully see you all in a few days. All right, talk to you later. Bye.